Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Belmont Park here on Sunday. It is the 25th of June 2023. Gonna look at the 8th race from Belmont, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean around the world. Let's look at the 8th race from Belmont, which is the Dancin Renee Stakes. It's going for a purse of $125,000, race for fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and upwards, state breds here. We have a field of 7 horses going to the main track, the distance of ground of 1,200 meters or 6 furlongs on the Belmont main track. Gonna take the 2-horse Rosa Veloce as a top selection. Let's go 2-6-5-4 in the superfecta. 2-6-5-4 super. Top selection in 2-horse Rosa Veloce. 5-year-old mare by Girolamo here. Rabatras trains. Manny Franco gets to mount. The horse's most recent outing came with the vagrancy here at Belmont, 6.5 on the 14th of May, and the horse finished third by 3.25 lengths that day, and he had the lead, setting some good fraction on the front end. He got beat by 2 better horses that day, but he didn't go down without a fight. I think stepping down to state breds, lesser quality horses, I think this is a very good return to the races for Tras and Rose Veloce. 2 back in the distaff handicap at Aqueduct, 7 furlong, 7th of April. The horse finished 4th by 7 lengths that day and lost all chances at the beginning. She stumbled going out of the break, out of the gate, and then she just had to be coaxed to the front end, and she had to be used a lot to get good position, and then she just had nothing left in the tank for the final 2. It just wasn't a recipe for success there. And then on the slop on the 11th of March at Aqueduct, 6 furlongs in the correction, winning by 5.25 lengths that day. She basically won out on the front end. A very, very good race for her there. And then op 6-2 at Aqueduct, 6 furlongs in late January. She won by 5.25 lengths that day. And again, from a tracking trip, she was a little bit wide, but she really took off clear. She was a great horse this winter at Aqueduct. She started 4 times here at Belmont, and her best finish was the 3rd last time on the vagrancy. But definitely since coming to the Tras barn last September, since getting claimed at Saratoga to the Tras barn, his horse has really, been jumping up in the bars and really been running good. The best race lifetime came on 13th of November actually at Aqueduct, going 6.5 in a allowance race 90,000, coming home with a 102 buyer, winning by a half length. She really won it quite nicely, training well. She has a definite chance of winning. The 6-horse Betsy Blue for Jose Lascano and Linda Rice wouldn't surprise me if this horse finds the winner's circle. Most recently in the Broadway at Aqueduct in mid-February with a 7-8, she finished 2nd by 4.5 lengths that day. She was stupidly wide, but she was gaining late. I didn't think it was a half bad race for her there. And then before then, the Interborough at Aqueduct, 7 furlongs, 21st of January, winning by a length, closing up from nowhere. I thought it was a very good race and a kind of a pace. They didn't go so fast that day, but she really still got the job done. And the Garland Roses over the 6th at Aqueduct in December, winning by 1.25 lengths. She did everything that she was supposed to do on the quick turnaround. The week prior, she won in the Go for One over the mile against tougher horses, where she finished 3rd by 8 lengths. Dr. B put on a show. This horse, she was just facing tougher horses. But back to state breds, off the bench, back to Belmont, where she's run decently in the past. I'll give her a shot here at 7-2 to possibly liven up the pick 4, but it's not going to pay a lot. But to recap my selection for the 8th from Belmont, it's the Dancin Renee, going to take the 2-horse Rosa Veloce, give kudos to the 6-horse Betsy Blue, 2-6-5-4 super, 2-6 in your multi-race. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.